Welcome back to the morning after pill show, everybody. My phone was recording that. Anyways,
did you say, "Hey Siri, record me"?
No, I didn't. I didn't. Today we have a very interesting episode. We are doing our second episode in our self-quarantine, doing our part to participate.
We wash our hands.
We're washing our hands. We're cleaning our asses. We're drinking. All of those things that require social distancing from the world and minimizing the number of groups that are put together.
I mean, I think I've been saying this since like episode 1. Like, I was already practicing safe social distancing on a regular basis.
I didn't even know the phrase social distancing would ever be said this much.
They used to call it an introvert.
Yeah, now it's called social distancing.
Called social distancer.
One thing I'd like to point out is that I'm really excited to see that nobody's bitching about what they're offended about anymore. Like, what offended me today, and then bitching about that on the internet. I know this is a crisis going on, but it's bringing everybody together.
Really, you're right. You know what? I have not heard anybody being a whiny little bitch lately, other than because everything's drowned out by what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true, dude. High five on that one for noticing
that
shit. Fucking A.
That's been nice, and we're coming together.
That's just like a secret little lift I was unaware.
Yeah, I've been holding that in for quite some time.
That is just eye-opening.
For sure. That really goes to show you, one, I've noticed a few things. This goes to show you that nobody was really offended by shit. Everyone was just acting out. And now that life got real, we had to go, okay, let's worry about this.
Maybe the stupid shit I was bitching about wasn't worth bitching about.
It doesn't mean anything now because this is real. What's going on right now is motherfucking real. Real.
Shit just got real, yeah.
Yeah, it did. And
I mean, it's been real.
The same people that were complaining about that was the younger crowd, who are also the same ones who are deliberately doing like
chilling at the beach and shit.
Yeah, they're doing these challenges where
I was talking to my brother earlier. My brother was like, I want to drown that kid. I was like, I'll definitely whoop someone's ass if they're being like that.
Did you see they were doing this challenge online where they're all doing like sucking lollipops and shit? Like they're all sharing the same lollipop.
That shit's been going around. They did that before. Well, that's an older one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's an older trend.
Okay.
I've seen those videos before.
Hopefully
I hope it's not like re-trending because people are fucking retarded.
Well, here's the thing is that a lot of times they're not acting like it's important to them because it doesn't affect them as much.
You know what? Here's a trend. Go find someone, if you really want to be an idiot, go find someone who really is sick, let them sneeze in your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
And then, as the challenge, don't go to the doctor.
That's dark.
What?
I get it. I get it what you're saying.
Not only is that, like, you might as well, I mean, people are doing Tide Pod challenges. Like, you're doing shit to put yourself at risk anyway. And if you're dumb enough to do shit like that, like, you're dumb enough to take that risk, bro.
I don't know. I'm on edge about it.
I just feel like that's what should be done.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's what needs to be done for stupidity to stop reigning supreme over everybody. It's the same
people. It's the same young group of people.
I mean, there's old people that do stupid shit too. I mean, but it's more commonly in the younger.
What I'm trying to say is that it's the same group of people, shitting on boomers. Now they're acting like because they know that they're not going to be affected. They're still going, oh, it's just a flu.
But
today, right now, they're
are
saying
still going to they can still be
sick,
infected, and affected by this situation.
Yeah.
If you don't think that, you've got to be one of the dumbest and most naive fucking people ever.
Please take this serious, everyone. Like, they're
giving us people to make fun of, so I appreciate that.
I don't want to be one of those people where by no means have any power for that. But, I mean, if you haven't by now, like, take it serious. Because all it's doing is prolonging this quarantine.
Yeah, you want this shit to be over? Stay the fuck home.
Like, yeah. We have, on this episode, Mr. Drew Blues. He took an hour of his time, sat with us, and hung out. And we talked. Yeah.
He was in presence. I don't think he really sat down with us.
No, he didn't sit down with us.
It was a straight video Skype call, bro.
We am going to try to coin a new term regarding the quarantine. We quarantine rigged it.
Yes, we did.
We're not going to go out and get any equipment. I know that right now where we are in San Antonio, like, It's okay to go to some places.
You can't order shit or go anywhere.
But we are not going to take the chance. We are doing our part to minimize it. We are staying here in the studio / apartment / whatever.
Quarantine zone. Where I feel safe.
Yeah, I feel safe. I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm hanging out with you. You're my best friend. Yeah. We make each other laugh.
It's definitely helping.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine there are some people out there that are doing this alone or
with a dull person.
Or with a very boring person, which is much worse than being alone.
Yeah, I think I'd rather be alone than just deal with somebody who's like there but just boring. Doesn't give me any of their fucking time.
For those of you that were going through a divorce and now you're just stuck to hang out with your ex. That sucks too, because you were just ready for that divorce to fall through and this person to leave. But now you're stuck with them longer.
Just stuck.
Yeah.
That would be shitty.
Yeah.
That'd be shitty. Like, you're like, oh, I get my apartment. Everything I canceled. What about the people? What about the people that are like,
oh, what's going on?
I don't know. I wonder what happened. Mine's still working?
Yeah, you're just still going just fine. All right, that's fine.
That's okay.
That's fine. We'll just leave it. Again, it is quarantine rigged, so you're just looking at a picture of me on the phone. Guaranteed, not much has changed. It's okay.
It looks good, though.
Yeah, it looks good.
You look good.
I look amazing in that picture.
I mean, you're not, like, occupied on your phone or anything, dude.
That's exactly
dope.
what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But look, I'm right here. See? Yeah. I'm right here.
There's a hat.
Yeah, there's my hat. So, yeah, thanks. We didn't need to do all that.
I just feel like now let's be funny.
Commemorating me up top.
If this is what people are seeing, I'm gonna point at you, and I'm gonna point at you up there who's not paying attention in the fucking back.
Yeah.
Put your phone down, sir.
So we're podcasting right now.
Come on, this is live-ish.
So we dragged Drew along because we dragged Drew along
through sound checks and everything. Yeah.
Yes, sound. This is our first time rigging it this way. We did this via Facebook Messenger video.
Yeah.
And it worked. I think it worked out fine. Some of the sound may not be perfect, but I mean, again, it's quarantine rigged, and I mean,
this is the best we can do that we can think of because we're not that technological.
Well, no, the fact that we got it that far makes it
we're
seem
learning.
Yeah,
but we're learning and not remembering what we do, so we have to redo it all over again.
That's fine. It's fine. I think it'll work out next time, but
we can't be person to person
right now.
So this is what you get.
This is what we get. We can't actually have them here. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, now that we know how to do that, we'll probably keep going with that. But we dragged them along, not just in that, but we got them into our topic of today's episode, which is time travelers, and had some
very
feedback
interesting conversation.
Very funny stand-up comic, local stand-up comic as well. Drew Blues. I would say he's got shows coming up, and I got shows, and Chris has got shows, and we got shows, but we don't.
This is what you get.
This is all.
So we're doing live bullshit, and do what we can to make people laugh.
Yeah, I'm sure you can see in the background that it's real because I'm not drinking whiskey. I got a fucking
Lee.
Yeah, a Lee. Drinking a fucking Truly.
All right, well, we're going to let you get to this. It's funny as fuck. Stay tuned.
See?
We have to
make sure.
Ideas?
Yeah.
And then I got to go to full screens here. And, all right.
Let's make sure he can see us. Can you see us well?
I got you, yeah.
You see us just nice and swellio? All right, we're not.
I'm moving the screens in the middle, so I'm like, what's up? All right.
Should be able to. Oh.
It's just going to keep turning. I think we had it just fine already.
I got a tour of your apartment. Nice.
There we go.
All right, cool. Good?
I don't know. You're the one that can see us. We can't see us.
Yeah. So, I mean, can you see the both of us fairly well?
This is...
Perfect. All right, so, episode 40. You ready for this shit?
Episode 40.
A redonkulous episode about redonkulousness?
Yeah. Virtual, motherfucker.
This is quarantine cast number 2.
Yeah, this is, Basically a fucking conference call.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm coming to you live all the way from New York City.
You gotta have a delay. How was the weather over there?
It's good.
Yeah, I think it's just a delay from the answer, not in between words. I think that's how delays work.
Oh, this is gonna be so used on a later episode.
Oh yeah, we are recording this right now.
We are
This is
recording
fantastic.
right now.
This is gonna be on a blooper reel. Might have to put this on a little snippet. It has nothing to do with the episode. We'll just put it as a snippet, like
Exactly.
shenanigans.
All right.
All right, so
I was hoping I would call me on the fucking bus because I really wanted to be as obnoxious as the lady behind me because that bitch was fucking talking on the phone loud as fuck in my ear, dude.
oh, dude, you know the most obnoxious people in the fucking world are the people that have their shit on speakerphone. It's like I don't give a fuck what you're talking about or who you're talking to. I know you want to feel important because you're so minuscule in the main theme of life.
Oh fuck yeah!
And then it's always something stupid too, like I told that bitch to shut up, and you're like, "It's what I'm telling you right now, bitch. It's funny."
Oh.
Well,
real, man. And she was talking about some fucking bullshit like, I want that motherfucker outside of my house, or else I'm gonna burn down his fucking car. I'm like, oh, what the fuck's going on?
We're so keeping this. Let's just keep rolling.
that's not even like
Let's just
obnoxious.
Keep rolling.
That's straight up like she's telling you she's gonna do something illegal. So when Crime Line does that fucking like $5,000 for any information, you can go back and be like, this bitch on the bus.
Nah, she was too tall. That bitch will fucking kick my ass.
Yeah, it's anonymous, bro. That's how those hotlines are supposed to work. You get someone arrested without giving them your name, but, you know, send the check to the P.O. box.
I've always wondered how fucking people got P.O. boxes.
Could you imagine that side hustle?
That would be dope.
You just fucking just like become friends with a bunch of drug dealers, hang out with them for a couple of years, and then rat them all out and just have the fucking cops send the money to a fucking P.O. box.
Ponzi. That's like a badass Ponzi.
Right? Right? Just, I'm a snitch.
They're also the owner of Advocare. Just throwing that out there. There's the same people that came up with both ideas.
For real.
Oh,
Stupid
shit. Which
fucking-
I'm pretty sure Apple made time travel.
I wouldn't be surprised if
You think
the-
Apple made? He thinks Apple made time travel, which is. So you did do research.
I did. No,
You
fucking-
did.
I
So,
went through the dark side of YouTube right now.
well, no, if that was the case, you would have seen a bunch of little kids giving oral.
All right.
That's the dark web. I thought that's what the dark web was. A bunch
Well,
of
you're
old
also-
dudes like jerking off to little kids.
I think when they were getting head, they were also like buying heads too, though, like human heads.
Like airheads?
No,
Oh.
not even close. Maybe.
Like Kez heads.
I'm sure you can find body parts on the dark web.
I'm sure you can. You can do really freaky things with them. Why do you need a human body part? Like, why do you need an 8-year-old
I didn't say I
arm?
needed one. I just said you could probably find one there.
Well, I'm putting you in that position.
Well, I mean, I've heard
That's a good
I heard a
question.
toe necklace is pretty dope. I mean, it is post-apocalyptic kind of type shit right now. So
Yeah,
I think
man.
ordering a fucking arm to walk around with, like a severed arm as like a trophy, would be a pretty good fucking point to get across to anybody. Don't fuck with me right now, right?
You put a lot of rum in that cup, didn't you?
No. I'm just thinking. You got to think. Hey, you have to be crazier than the person next to you, right? If you're gonna survive.
He ain't wrong.
No.
Have you ever watched Mad Max? You
Yeah,
ever tried
dude,
that?
like-
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's not like he's not like the biggest dude or whatever, but he definitely lets him know like I'm gonna strike first and fuck the whole day up.
For real.
And then they're caught off guard, so now they're already 2 steps behind. You already thought 3 steps ahead, so you're like, yeah, once you retaliate, motherfucker, I'm gonna get you again.
You're too woke right now, man.
Man, I'm white and crazy.
Drew?
You're white and crazy.
Hey, if
I
it comes-
like that. You know what? If the world fucking ends, I'm so glad you're with this motherfucker.
Dude, I'm not saying I'm gonna eat people constantly, but like once a month I might like eat a leg just so that way I can save other food.
Yeah.
And without going crazy.
Who will kill a zombie and just dress up in that skin just to walk around?
I wear that shit.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
I'd be like
like Leatherface, but with
I'd
zombies.
tuck my wiener and be like, you wanna eat me? I'd fucking eat me.
Dude, zombies are gonna be scared of him. You know what I mean? There will be stories.
They're gonna make zombie HR just for Chris.
I'm gonna get so many messages on like Instagram and shit, like, "Hey, dude, how you doing? Didn't know, like, hey, I just want to be friends."
In the apocalypse, they will have songs of you.
Everyone's just gonna hit me up like, "Hey, man, you seem pretty cool on that last episode. Want to hang out?"
In the apocalypse, that'd be so awesome. Hey, I'm wondering, like, wouldn't it be badass, like, in the apocalypse, we just bring back pigeons? Like, that's how we sex now? Just, hey, what's up, baby? What are you doing?
I don't think I have that much time to train a bird to get laid.
It'll be worth it, man.
Well, yeah.
If you get a crow, that's spitting game, though.
If you're as crazy as I am, some chick's willing to fuck you.
Yeah, he's right. He's
No?
right. But they're crazier.
They're like, "Oh, you're my protector."
Bitches will fuck you like the craziest dudes.
Yeah, for real.
I feel like I know you earlier before we started recording. By the way, we're recording.
We've been recording.
I know, right? I just now got here myself. You were talking about being the last one or being the first one to die, right? Like I'm done. Like you.
Oh yeah. I absolutely know. I know that if the world ends, there's a zombie apocalypse. I'm fucked because I was like, you know what? If there's zombies, they're probably gonna be like those slow zombies from like Night of the Living Dead. But like I just saw a fucking movie the other day where they ran fucking fast. I was like, what the fuck?
Talking about World War Z?
World War fucking Z.
Yeah, those shits are crazy. I think we're all fucked if that happens, honestly. If you're like taking off in a helicopter and they can like pile themselves up into a giant statue, like I think that movie went on too long. Like if they think about it, if they were that fucking crazy zombies, like everyone would have been dead already.
Yeah, I agree.
Us as a human race are just too stupid to understand. Like, we'll just be like, keep running. And we're like, but they're faster than us. And like, keep running.
Just keep running. It's funny how even in that movie,
stood still even when they started fucking climbing together. Sorry about that, man. They started climbing together. They just stood still, like, oh, the zombies are making a tower. Let's not run.
Yeah.
it was. I mean, if you watched that for your first time, though, I imagine I'd probably stop and look like, wow, like that sucks.
But the thing, that's how you die. That's how you die in a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, it is.
How did you die? They built a ladder and I watched.
Like 3 out of 4 of those guys are gonna be like, yeah, okay, I get that.
Dude, we built these like fucking 100-foot tall walls, right? We're in this fucking city, and then they started climbing it, and I just stood there.
And the zombies dropped on me.
Shit was dope, dude. Shit was dope. Like, all right, I can't.
They're done.
Yeah.
Like, I would die just so I don't have to say, hey, I just stood there and watched this shit happen.
I don't
want to tell anybody.
Isn't how they succeeded in that movie? It was giving yourself cancer. Like, right now, if we all got infected with corona, like, we're good from zombies at least.
Yeah. I feel like. Go ahead.
No, it's not. My bad. I was like, I took the buzz. I can infect y'all right now.
Dude, we're all done. I think we've all got it. It's fucking Walking Dead right now. We are all. I hate to sound like pessimistic about it, but
I mean,
at this point, the way they make it sound.
The good news is
like,
that no one's come back to life yet. Like,
that's true.
That has died. I mean,
4,000 cases of people in Italy coming back to life.
Yeah, like, could you imagine that? They're like, oh, look, like
that won't happen. That's too dark.
They're like, look at
dark.
Look at the rivers. They're all so clean and everything. And then like, dude turns the camera and there's like some zombie like ah.
And they're just gonna keep with the just stay at your home. 7-Eleven is still open.
Don't worry about it. You can still get your taquitos.
Yeah, you're good.
You know, I know it's like super fucked up and early, but wouldn't that be like a badass fucking funny ass zombie movie? Just zombie rises from the grave and then some guy goes, "Ah, Mamma Mia!"
Like a corny ass old school Italian one.
There's no such thing as too early, but man, I have mixed feelings about it. I have so many Italian jokes, like. They got sick because they didn't shower. Like, I feel for them, though. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm Italian, dude. That's personally.
They got sick from eating their fucking wife's armpit hair.
They were just throwing that shit everywhere.
They fell in the canal.
Like NBA drafts at a strip club.
Dude, there's no fucking.
Where did this start, by the way? I was just curious because I never like read upon it or some shit.
The virus itself, like the coronavirus.
Yeah.
In Wuhan,
have you
China.
Been living in a rock?
I think he's just
not under a rock. Like
forever.
You were inside that motherfucker.
No, but I live inside fucking YouTube, so I hear a bunch of conspiracy theories. Like some motherfucker
Oh, sure.
literally told me it started in Mexico by some Chinese guy drinking the water. That's fucked up.
I think he was just being racist towards you and then some Asian dude in the room. He was just trying to personally attack you, I think.
I think so. I was like, all right, those are fighting words, motherfucker.
That's funny though. That's so funny.
It was a Jamaican dude who was down in Africa that visited South Africa that went back up to Ethiopia that flew over to India to make phone calls.
And then flew into a mosque. Like,
And then visited the Great Wall.
Everybody knows it's obviously Al Qaeda.
Everybody.
everybody.
It's obviously
Dude,
Al
the
Qaeda.
conspiracy theories are fucking
Al
out there
Qaeda
already.
and the
though.
vegans got together and they were like, because you notice there's still vegan food everywhere, like in the HB. Like either they know something that we don't, or
It's just not perishable, dude. That's why they're just waiting until everything else is like bought out and there's nothing left but that, because that's just never gonna go out of date.
when there's
Or the
nothing
world's fucking
Like cardboard-
just said, I want to eat something real.
real. Yeah, that's what I was with. They're like, I'm not actually vegan. I just, Jesus, it's like
Yeah.
Cosbians.
Dude, that's why all the meat and that's why all the meat and shit was gone. Everyone's like, I ain't dying a fucking vegan.
Just so you know, I mixed up the words lesbian and college together, and I just said Cosbian. That is just
Oh, I thought that was
beautiful.
like a Bill Cosby reference.
No, but
I
it's
thought
going
California
to
was
be.
too.
I meant to say college lesbians, just like that. They're just, now that the world's ending, they're like, I want dick now.
Okay. They're like, yeah, well, I never really had it before.
People are just, their real colors are coming out. You notice nobody's offended by shit anymore.
And then when it's done, they're all like, I don't see the big deal.
So what's your craziest theory that you ran into on YouTube about this? Like the one that you were just kind of like, I don't want to believe it, but it actually seems real.
You know what? I heard from like it was a man-made fucking virus that it was released upon the fucking like the political angle. That's like every major.
Yeah, I heard that one. I
Political
read that
race
one.
is like a virus thing. You know, it has to be somebody has to go after an enemy. Like either politician goes, "Oh, I hate the virus," or some shit like that. That's what happened with Ebola. That's what happened with swine flu, monkey flu. That's what I heard.
There's a monkey flu? That's what I got out of all this.
I
I'm like, I believe
think
that
that's
story
the
actually
plot
in
of,
monkey flu.
War of
Oh,
the.
AIDS.
Oh, monkey flu is AIDS. That's
No.
right. Duh. That's so obvious.
Jesus Christ! I thought you were getting Planet of the Apes references going on.
No, I think Planet of the Apes is an AIDS reference.
No, that was the
Big
monkey.
AIDS reference.
Right?
Monkey-
That's so AIDS
Clearly,
and
it's the
racism.
monkey flu.
It's AIDS and racism.
Like they cured it, but like one of the side effects is like everyone turned into a fucking monkey.
That doesn't sound so bad. Monkeys
It's
like
more of
beat
like a
off all day.
mutation than anything, right?
Yeah, but like as much as masturbation they get done just being a monkey because there's nothing to do. You don't have to go to work.
That's what I do now, but
just
I
beat off.
end up going to work sometimes.
That
Yeah,
is-
but what kind of monkey would you turn into? Like I have a feeling I'd turn into a fucking orangutan. Like literally. That's
Aren't they like one of the laziest ones?
sloths.
yeah, pretty much.
The sloth monkey?
No, you don't. I
an
take the
ape.
bus. I don't think orangutans go out do their own shit. I'm pretty sure I'm like a lemur.
It's close.
All right, yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
I can totally see it.
I could see a lemur with your voice. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Some sunglasses on. You're just like, I'm still living life. You're like, I'm a
like
lemur now.
Hashtag lemur life.
Still doing shows. Come see the lemur.
For infected people on the bus. Yeah, I can see it. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, totally off of the ape family, right? It's not even like close. Isn't a lemur like a little cat thing?
I don't
A
know.
little cat thing. Nah,
I think I'm starting to think we're getting a little bit
off.
off topic here.
Oh yeah, dude. That's how.
Yeah.
This is how we got monetized.
Yeah, talking about monkey AIDS.
Just talking about going off topic. That's
No,
what fucking works
AIDS
for
being
us.
the monkey flu. Yeah, we're getting paid for that one.
Yeah, for sure.
If anything, if we trademark that, we'll get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way we're gonna get paid off. anything.
Manscaped's gonna love that one.
Yeah, they're definitely. Gonna love
Did you all of a sudden become a monkey?
that.
Manscaped's got you.
Yeah, shave those hairy monkey balls.
You
Jeez.
might be available for financial compensation.
So back to conspiracies and all that jazz.
About you, what was the craziest conspiracy theory you heard about all this?
Oh, about all this?
Oh, China released it on us because we forced them to sign a trade embargo.
I think it's because we called him Winning the Pooh. I think it's because we made
That's
fun
like
of
just taking like a
we made fun of him so hard. He was like, "You know what, guys? Y'all are being bullies."
dude,
And he's
right?
like, "Fuck y'all!" And then just the whole world just got there.
I feel like,
Kung flu.
think about it, dude. Like everyone was pissed at China for all kinds of shit back in what, October, November?
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah.
Weren't we like in like a couple of steps from having?
Actually, for like the last
World
year,
War?
like
Yeah.
everyone's been like pretty pissed off at them and everything because all the shit they're pulling. Now they're like, oh,
Well, World War III got canceled due to being quarantined.
yeah. I think, well, yeah. China got quarantined, so I think.
They were like, "Can we do this?"
No, I think
afterwards?"
Afghanistan is now next in line for us to fight.
What?
Oh no.
No, like, legit, there's a-
November with Fiesta.
Apparently, there's a possibility of war between America and Afghanistan.
Again.
Is what I read,
Oh, right on.
Why? What's? I thought. Hold on.
or
what
Saudi
happened this
Arabia
time?
or something. So I don't know. I know Saudi Arabia is just like bought up like all kinds of oil reserves.
Oh shit. Okay. So it's like a big oil war.
I don't know that. That's what
It
I read
always is.
or listened to on YouTube because
It always is.
conspiracies are. I think
Alex
90
Jones has a podcast. It's okay,
I
man.
honestly
Like, you can
think
keep going.
99% of YouTube is conspiracy theories.
Oh man, that's what makes it fucking enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
You don't know if it's real. You don't know if it's not real. Fuck it.
Yeah, but there's like that one guy that makes you question it.
I
You're
learned how
like,
to pick locks because of YouTube.
You know what? I felt that way about ancient aliens. Like I believed some of the fucking stories, right? And then they said, "Oh, the aliens were in the Civil War," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, now you're getting a little out. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like they influenced
Well-
our Abraham Lincoln's decision about slaves. Like, I'm done with this shit.
I thought it was vampires.
I don't know, but outlandish things that I've ran into recently is time travel.
Oh shit.
Okay, yes, we are going to get to that.
I want to get into that now.
No, but I want to know, this is why. Everything that's going on, we wanted to, research who knows what's going to happen next.
Yeah, everything right now.
Yeah, we keep going to, like, scientists and doctors and people that actually educated themselves. And we were like, no, we know who really knows.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Time travelers.
You start thinking about like, man, what's the future going to be like if the whole world has been quarantined in like 30 days?
Yeah.
And they're being quarantined for like 6 to 8 weeks. Like people are just not like, what is this gonna do? So naturally, I was like, I don't know. So I
Right.
started researching time travelers,
Because they know.
and apparently there's a fucking shit ton of them.
Yeah.
Some of them,
Oh shit.
there's
Yeah.
quite a few out there that are like, they have like clearly they're just pulling for ratings or whatever. But there's like a good like 4 or 5 out there that like keep their identity completely secret. They constantly like release it, and they have some pretty interesting things to say about what's in store for us as human beings.
And a lot of them say the same thing.
So you give out info then. They
They
okay, here's
apparently
what's
they give out enough, but they're instructed to not create a paradox by revealing too much.
Oh shit! Okay.
Of the
Back to
future.
the future stuff. All right. I'm an expert now. I watch a lot of movies. We're doing this.
Okay. Well, I mean, Back to the Future, time travel rules, and Terminator rules are almost the same, right?
Maybe.
Like they have to send someone back to change
Yeah,
the future,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Basically,
Yeah,
and okay. So those all fall in the same guidelines.
Oh, and the rule is don't fuck your mother. That was the other one.
That is definitely a rule. How
Have you
when-
been on Pornhub
How when
lately?
she grew up, she wasn't like, oh my god, I wanted to fuck a kid I wanted to fuck a guy back when I was younger that looked just like my son nowadays. Like at one point, she was never like mind blown by that. By the way,
Yeah.
Yeah.
she wasn't like, holy shit, I almost fucked a guy just like you.
What did the dad think? Like, what the fuck? This motherfucker's son looks
Yeah.
just like the guy I met in high school. Like,
Yeah. Didn't you didn't I push that kid out of the way of a car? Like, didn't I save his fucking life? And now he looks just like my son, like 30 years later.
Or not once, like at 4 a.m, they both wake up at the same time going, Marty
What?
looks kind of like that guy.
Marty looks a lot like Marty
that
from the
suddenly
past.
disappeared.
oh no, his name was Calvin Klein. Remember?
That's
Yeah.
right. And then that's another thing. Like, you got older, like they weren't like, that's not Calvin Klein. I knew the Calvin Klein.
Yeah.
I undressed him and everything. I saw his underwear.
It was a small school.
Yeah. Anyway, a lot of these time traveler guys have pretty much all basically said the same type of shit, which was a little creepy.
It was like a few four things that you had, right? Like it was,
Yes. Okay, so apparently, all right, so like let's put in here. Now let's get to where
we're gonna categorize it.
All right,
So there's like 3 or 4 major dudes out there that say they are from the future. One guy was sent back from the year 2075.
Okay.
Okay, and he was coming back to document Los Angeles before the Great Flood of 2063.
That's right.
Okay, we're gonna get into that one. He says that eventually, like we all know it's coming because of global warming. We can all see the sea levels rising and all that shit. So they end up building something that people can actually live underwater. I shit you not. Another guy from the year 20. This one's a little like kind of off from like the year 2030.
10 years.
Something like that. It's like, yeah, it's like 1230 or 1236 or something like that. It's not long. He also says there's a great flood. All right.
That's where it gets weird, right? I mean, you have more
we've,
than one person
like,
talking about a
literally been
flood, but then
thinking
again,
about
like global warming. I don't know.
And now they're saying what the sea levels are like rising a little bit
Yeah.
because of pollution and shit. Oh
Yeah.
crap! All right.
So, and then there's another guy that was. He's only from like 2026 or something like that.
That's not even that.
Yeah, it's not even that far either. Anyway, but he was sent back to 2017, and he's been stuck here for the last 3 years because he did something that violated the rules, so they left him back here.
Why are they sending so many people out? What the fuck?
Oh, well, there's another dude who said back in the 1970s when he was a child, he was actually sent back in the time, and there's a picture of him at like a very famous picture in the books of a little boy standing in front of like the Gettysburg Address, and that's him.
Oh.
And his grandfather actually helped start the time traveling program, and it started in like the 1960s. Now,
that was the guy that said he had like big shoes or some shit, right? He lost his shoes, and they had to give him some shoes in the future, so he had like these oversized shoes, and he was trying to be conspicuous or suspicious or some shit. So
Yeah.
I can't.
Like, I'm gonna move in the middle of the pictures so I can not be suspicious.
I'm not sure, but I know that he was saying that he was part of a government thing. So,
Oh, it was all CIA related. Or something
that
like
guy
that.
was the CIA related. Yeah. So there's 4 time travelers apparently. All right. One guy's name is Noah. I think he's like one of the most famous ones. And then I don't know the other fucking name.
Famous time travelers.
Yeah.
Wait,
the first 3.
Noah?
Yeah, that's the name he goes by. So the first 3, all right, are ones that like their identities are hidden. They don't want no one to know. The last guy that says he was part of the 1970s, went back in time, he went on like national television and told his story and shit. Like straight up threw out like a bunch of names for the CIA and shit like that and went on this whole rant about how everything. Here's the thing. All 4 of these people, right? Well, I don't know about the last guy, but the first 3 definitely say, now in the year 2021, the first bit of artificial intelligence is created, and that it's a good thing because it actually helps us detect issues with us personally, like sicknesses and stuff like that.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
And this, I'm not even shitting. This is what all 3 of them say. Artificial intelligence is created, and it's a wise choice to get it. Helps people live longer. It helps them detect diseases and stuff like that, and all that stuff.
This video came out 2 years ago, right? 3 years ago.
There's been over the last like 3 years these videos have been coming out. Some of them as recent as last year.
Yeah, dude.
Some of them as recent as last year.
So that's why we're like,
but it was
who knows?
still like before the virus hit.
And that's when they started like releasing all those like self-driving cars or some shit like that. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know, but and then another thing that all 3 of them had in common is they say in the year 2028,
Right.
we are introduced to extraterrestrial life.
Oh, okay.
Something
all
happens.
3 of them use that same specific year too.
Yeah. All 3 of them the same exact
what
year.
year was it?
2028.
All right. Now keep in mind, all 3 of these guys also say that Trump is the next president. He said there's no way around it. Trump is the next president. I know. No, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I could totally see it. Think about it.
Chris has
We get through this. We get
like,
through this, right? And this dude ends up cutting checks to all the Americans, and he ends up bouncing our economy back strong, quickly. Everyone gonna be down for it. Or guess what? They can't do a presidential election because during an emergency like this, you can't change presidents because you can't do a turn of power and everything like that. So you're automatically thrown back into office. Am I right? Isn't that a thing? Is that not a thing? If it's in a national, then they don't do a changing of power and shit like that, right?
It's hilarious.
Another thing.
This is how the Emperor got his power in fucking Star Wars.
Right, for real. This is literally Senator Palpatine in order right now. Now, keep in mind, they also say that the president after Donald Trump, all right, is the worst president in U.S. president history. All three of them said that.
So we're too early.
He is the worst. This person is the worst, and they can't they can't say who it is because they're already a powerful political entity in the government.
Oh, that's bullshit. Oh,
right?
That's crazy.
It's Kanye.
Dude, Trump, Kanye,
It's Kanye.
Kanye, Trump. I'm telling you.
You know what? His wife is getting into like the whole justice thing. Like she's doing documentaries and stuff.
That's fine. Yeah, that was called It was called Keeping Up with the Kardashians. That was her document. That was her way into the White House. Now, another thing they all have in common is what was it?
The best president, the last president.
Yes, the very last president of the United States. And the best president ever in the United States history is Martin Luther King's granddaughter. I think it's Regina King, right?
No, that's an actress.
Oh, that is an actress. But I swear her name's like Regina or something. Either way. So the only variation of that story of her... Now, they all three of them said that she's going to be the best president in all of history. Right?
Wait, Martin Luther King's granddaughter?
Yes. You know she did like a speech like last year for gun control and like
Yolanda Renee King.
I knew there was an R in there somewhere.
Right now, how old is she?
She's 11.
She's 11.
So check this out. They say, think about it, 2030. Okay, so the only variation between what was it?
Her age.
Two of the three was the year she was elected.
Yeah.
One guy says she's elected at the age of 21, which would put her 10 years from now, which is 2030.
Yeah.
But the guy even says, now I know what you're saying, you have to be 35 to be a president, but some crazy ass event happens that causes us to change the voting age to 21.
I think they did it to allow her because she's 11 years old and she's already doing speeches.
Yeah, she's doing
the corona shit's starting to kill old people and young people and shit like that, right? So
exactly.
that's fucking crazy. Okay.
Now the other guy says she's elected at 36.
Right.
And that's the only variation. I don't know.
Multiple timelines?
Yeah. Maybe in his timeline the bill never passed because that event that other guy witnessed never took place to change the voting age.
Hold on, these are 4 different people.
This is 3 different people. The fourth guy is just someone that said that he used to travel back in time.
And he got stuck there.
Just hear me out. Maybe those 3 people caused paradoxes in between their fucking timeline to change what the other one had fucking said, right?
I don't know.
That's you know.
That's the whole dilemma. That's the whole thing.
So how do we even know what they say? It all sounds so. Like,
and they
it
all
actually
say,
sounds spot on.
Now here's the thing. Now there's one dude in particular. I think it's the guy Noah or whatever. There's one guy in particular that actually takes a live lie detector test as he's doing it. He actually provides X-rays of his left hand, I believe it is, where the little AI chip is supposed to be implanted. And he passes every last one of the lie detector test questions. Every last one of them.
And we put a metal detector in that motherfucking region, right?
I don't know. He just that's where he got his that AI artificial intelligence that he was talking about that happens in like 2021 next year.
Hey, you know what's crazy though? Because I heard that's how That's how they're doing the vaccines, like putting something in the vaccines to keep track of everybody, because that could be like a whole thing that's going on right now.
Probably, dude.
I just don't know. How fucking crazy is that? Not like, I mean, there's what?
That's nuts, dude.
There's
That's so nuts, dude.
There's 380 billion people in the world or some shit like that, 3.8 billion or some shit like some astronomical number, and there's only like these 3 or 4 guys that have come back in recently the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Out of that many people, I mean, clearly they know how to market themselves on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like
Some comedians do it that way.
for real, and they're all just that's just craziness. Like, how are all these, unless they're like all friends and shit, or they watch each other's video and they were like, yeah, I can elaborate on that.
I'm about to say, do you have like a special group where they all meet up? Like,
I don't know. Apparently, they all go to this one YouTube website to do these fucking interviews and shit. One of them, the dude was doing, the guy who was talking about L.A., he was there to document L.A. Before the Great Flood. As they're doing the interview, a fucking helicopter flies over. And it's like a military helicopter. And it does this all like dramatic ass shit where it cuts to like black and it says, so-and-so told us that he was being followed. And just then we were interrupted by a military helicopter. It just looks like it just kind of just like flies by, and they're all like waving and shit. He's like, I told you I was being watched, and like their voices are all distorted and changed and shit. But like,
I was like, it was a tour copter.
yeah. The other dude,
On your left.
and all of these dudes say the same fucking thing. They can't release specific information because it may change, and they just can't. They can't do too much. They can give us warnings about events, I guess, but they can't, like, it can only be certain events on top of that. So like,
that's Chris. So hold on. So basically, what happened was, do they talk about how the flood's going to start, or not? Yeah,
they say it's a global warming. We see it coming because every year the water level rises. Now the Great Flood takes place. I put that in quotations.
It was in 2063.
2063.
Ooh. There you go.
Oh, my bad.
That's right. 2063 is when this takes place.
Yeah.
So we see it coming. The guy even says there's not like a bunch of casualties and shit like that. Like, no, like everyone realized it and shit like that. But, and then overpopulation becomes a thing because everyone has to move inland because things are starting to flood. So they start building underwater cities that you can visit and shit. Now, there's 2 of these people online that have questionable, I want to say it as politely as possible.
They sound fucking stupid?
Right.
Yes. But they don't sound stupid. They supposedly have pictures from the future.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But they have like actual documentation of like a futuristic city, but the pictures are all blurry because they say time travel distorts photos like it distorts the human body.
That's what they said about Bigfoot, though, too.
I mean, he's been on fucking camera. They're all on YouTube. All these psychos are on YouTube, including Sasquatch.
And they never once say anything about.
You're in the fucking future. You would think they would upgrade their cameras, you know?
You would think, right?
Non-blur technology.
Yeah. Like,
time
for
proof
that vacation
ready.
back in time. Want to see your great grandma like you've never seen her before?
Where's
Here's
Elon
Ultra
Musk's
8K.
head?
Yeah.
Hey, maybe they went back into the fucking past and they gave us that fucking iPhone with 3 cameras and shit. So we make sure nothing's gonna get blurred.
Yeah, for real. Right?
That's the missing technology.
The iPhone 26. Because of all that shit, I started watching all these other videos, right?
Yeah.
About like, not so much time travel, but like being able to like be somewhere. I guess it would still be time travel.
Teleportation?
Yes. Teleportation.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Which is even a whole nother fucking can of worms that blows my fucking mind on YouTube. I mean, they have all these videos and shit, but like, I've made a video.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not be as good as theirs, but I mean, I can make a video.
Yeah. This be the proof right here.
They'll be like, dude, why did that guy just fucking vertical wipe out of scene? And be like, Chris is editing.
Yeah. Basically, we can make it look like you teleported into our apartment.
Yeah. Be like, you were just sitting behind me.
I mean, kind of.
Technically, I am.
There is.
So, there you go.
We have Drew Bruce
what-
live. This isn't live. I forget.
Yeah, with it could be with everything that's currently
Live with a 3-second delay.
yeah,
There you go. Is that real?
with a 3-second delay.
You're on fire today.
So with all that shit considered, clearly with what's going on right now, we're all trying to look for answers and shit like that, right?
I figured we went in the right direction.
So do you guys believe that?
It's
They say that. Oh, not only do they say that the aliens come out. That was the one I was missing. Not only do they say that aliens.
but they all say they're multidimensional.
Well, they're multidimensional, so they're not technically like from outer space. They're from like a different dimension. But that same time, the world is told about them knowing how to use time travel.
Oh shit! Okay.
Time travel comes out the same time that like apparently like seeing extra dimensional beings. You're like, fuck
All right.
it, we've had time travel. And like try to slide that under the like the ET arriving bullshit.
Yeah.
You know?
Like we release all these technologies and games.
Yeah, like when you broke your parents' TV because you got a bunch of Fs, but like you're like, which one's gonna take the lighter blow?
Yeah.
Right.
They're like, oh, you
Okay.
failed all these classes, but that was a $600 TV. Fuck, I don't know which one I'm pissed off. Yeah, and there's like one of them you just kind of get swept under the rug. So maybe that's just what it is. I mean, they're like, fuck it, dude. ET's here. Time travel.
I mean,
and
if three people ended up saying the same shit, I mean, I don't know.
time travel and we killed Kennedy. Like,
Yeah.
slide that shit under.
That's how Cosby got in trouble. You know what I mean? Like a bunch of people were like, he touched me, and then it was true.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's pretty much
shit,
all it
that's
takes.
how they- Cosbyans.
Cosbyans. That's the
That's-
Cosbyan thing you were talking
Those
about.
are the Cosbyans, not the college lesbians.
It's the Cosby-like qualities someone has, right?
We're gonna make a new reality show, Keeping Up with the Cosbyans.
Produced by Kanye and Kim.
Pretty much.
Jesus. So
Yeah, he'd be there too because Kanye knows him.
So they talk about 3 presidents, right? One's good, one sucks, and one's gonna usher in a whole new.
No. They all say that no matter what you do or try to do, Trump gets reelected. So I guess that would just be one of the terms, and then the following term would be the world's shittiest president. Which we've talked about this on the fucking show, dude. I told you Kanye and Trump as vice president in 2024, and then Kanye fucks everything up. He's the worst president in history, and then Trump has to take over as president again and gets a third fucking term as an interim president. Bam.
There's nothing you can do.
That happens, and they do like a quick
Sorry.
fucking sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying I heard about that. Cosby was gonna run for president. I think it was crazy. It was true.
2024, bro.
Dude, even we had
Don't laugh about it because he'll look at you and be like, "What do you think is funny?" He did it.
He did it.
Yeah, crazy eye too. Like crazy eye.
He's like one step above the guy who yells at cars. Right? Like he's not too far from
like
that.
if the guy who yelled at cars just yelled at like stadiums full of people and got paid.
Yeah.
Like that's Kanye.
That's who he is. Because we all know that guy has a secret talent. You know what I mean? Whenever you see somebody, you're like, what does he do at home? He's probably like a great artist or an author of like a best-selling novel. But when he's outside of home, he just yells at cars.
Yeah, he's like,
So
there goes the traveling priest.
So Kanye could not be any different.
Yeah.
Y'all gave me a good explanation to explain something. If I want to explain Kanye to like a 3-year-old kid, I would just say that. Kanye's that guy who yells at cars but he gets paid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
He just does it. Instead of yelling at cars, he just yells at people. To music. Like if you put music to a crazy guy yelling at a car and make that a hip hop song, like can we do that?
Yeah.
Can we go and record somebody who yells at cars? I'll make a sick ass beat for it.
You write skits, don't you?
I do write skits. Let's fucking do this shit.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We just
I meant like literally finding a crazy guy and recording him yelling at cars, and then I'll
we're
make a beat.
quarantined, so we're just gonna have to like hack a security video.
You know, God. Oh yeah, you have a bus ride. Yeah, dude, get some bus people. Casting call for crazy bus people.
He's gonna send us a video like 6 hours from now. Found him.
I took the last bus just to find this dude.
It's gonna be a drunk dude on the bus stop going like, "Hi, I'm Frank, and I'm gonna yell at cars for $5."
Be like, sweet Frank, here's $1. I'm gonna make a sick ass beat to this.
Here's a free ticket for a free test.
Yeah.
Go get tested. He's gonna be like, for coronavirus, like, no, STDs. Actually, I feel like you have corona already. STDs is super, for sure.
Be like, here's a fifth dude. That car's talking shit.
Yeah. Go get him. You slap him in the ass.
Yeah, get him, champ. You tell that Chrysler. Look at that Dodge trying to dodge your comments. Go get him.
Oh my god. You know what, dude? And this time travel shit's real, man. I'm just pissed off. Because honestly, 2020 was the year where we were supposed to get fucking flying cars like the Jetsons, right? Now, Jetsons was set in the year 2020.
Oh yeah, we're way off.
Well, I mean, it was above regular land. It might already be happening. Like all that shit that Elon Musk is doing, probably already happening. They're like, look at him down there suffering.
Yeah, that's probably why he comes back down. He like gives us a truck and he's like, "Bye guys, going back to my castle."
Just floats upwards.
Yeah.
It's gonna look like that castle from Flash Gordon.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ah, dude, great fucking movie by the way.
Yeah.
Dude.
Flash.
I got you watching it.
I love Flash.
Uh,
Defender of the universe. Dun dun. It's all about.
The only thing that freaked me out, dude, is I didn't understand what the fuck was up with the bearded guys and the wings and shit. Like, I was like, are these Valkyries? Are these transgender Valkyries? Is this what's going on?
They're just circus women with beards and wings.
maybe.
I didn't. It was all about that little flying fucking like
Motorcycle?
hover round shit that was like
dude, those are segways. Those are like
it was
segways.
floating Segway, bro, with like handlebars.
That's what the security drones had, right?
It was like a treadmill, but like you stood on it, it didn't go anywhere except it just moved.
I'm about to say Flash Gordon looked like the world's buffest security guard on that shit.
He's just a mall cop. Everybody just glorifies the fuck out of him.
He's just the
You're like, you have the smallest sector in the entire universe, right? Like,
dude, you got the Milky Way fag.
I mean, your biggest villains are fucking flying beard people and a Chinese guy in the sky. That's it.
it's like what's going on right now.
Yeah, for real.
What?
But did Ming spread the coronavirus? What's going on here?
That makes sense. Where are you going?
That does.
Oh, he's ran away. He just ran off.
He's like, fuck this interview. He's gonna go outside and just expose himself.
Interview? I didn't know you were interviewing us.
Oh shit, my bad. Is this not the conference call? My bad.
No, we like to just riff. You know what I mean? Anytime we have a guest on, they're like, what do you want the interview to be about? We're like, interview? You're just hanging out.
Bro, I'm digitally fucking hanging out.
Yeah, that's really all it is. You just kind of came out and just sat with us pretty much. I hope y'all enjoyed it. 'Cause
Technical difficulties.
no, that wasn't technical.
Yeah, well, I mean, technically, it was difficult because I had to walk away to answer a phone call.
Pretty much.
Don't lecture me, bro.
Taking a piss.
I don't see the point of an interview right now anyways. I mean, what am I going to ask? You have any shows coming up? And
Yeah. Hey, man, so what you got coming up soon? Like,
Oh, Corona Fest.
Yeah.
Pretty soon.
yeah.
we're all making out.
So I was going to do a show from my patio.
Yeah, that's all that's going on right now.
There's a bunch of trees and squirrels and shit out there.
Shit. I thought we were talking about time travel. What's going on with that?
I mean, we pretty
we
much
kinda
beat
did.
that dead horse already.
Yeah.
I mean,
We did.
I guess my theories on it, my thoughts on it is,
It's real?
It makes sense. All of the stuff that they said makes sense.
That's what blows my mind is they say shit that's like some of the shit you're like, pfft. But then they say that one thing you're like,
No.
they're like, really? Like,
Well,
That's a real person.
imagine if a time traveler came in like 2009 and they're gonna be like, you know that guy that everyone raps about, his hotels,
Yeah.
that rich guy, he's gonna be your president. You're gonna be like, shut the fuck
Someone
up.
back in like 1999 was like, dude, the Trump Tower is going to be the White House. And they're like, whatever.
For real though. And you know what? It's crazy now because you watch these videos about time travelers and you're looking around like we're like one step closer to what they're talking about, right?
Yeah. That's like, I can't wait till next year because if I can get a chip that's going to make me live longer, like fucking right on, dude, sign me up.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
You
chalk
are
that one up to.
artificial intelligence.
Yeah, fuck it.
Nah.
And here's one thing I noticed too, because if they're from the future that they say they are, they're millennials today at best. You know what I mean?
Well, and then here's the thing. They say, all the people say that artificial intelligence isn't what you would think it is. It's not like
It's not a
the
bad
movies. It's not a bad guy. It ultimately helps us make humane decisions. And it's like, so think about it. Like, I mean, could you not see artificial intelligence playing a role like that in the future? Where like,
Yeah,
all
you
right,
said
it's
make-
no
make
longer,
good decisions,
but
you
no. It's a computer program, right?
It's like a counselor.
It's a computer program. It has no bias. It has no bias whatsoever. Come the decision time.
Yeah.
Right. You put all the numbers, you put all the factors in, and then that artificial intelligence weighs all the options and tells you the best possible route. Could you not see that fucking happening?
Oh, I
Like when I think,
The voice was of Siri. That pissed me.
just if they were gonna do it, they'd use Samuel Jackson.
that's
bro.
why
We
he
all
thinks
know
it's
that.
Apple then. So Apple becomes that artificial intelligence.
There it is. Yeah.
And if you want to talk to the artificial intelligence, you have to get through that like.
Yeah, and Microsoft just got that $10 billion offer. Just like got postponed for the fucking Pentagon.
Oh yeah, that's right. Cortana
Because
shit,
Apple,
right?
because Apple was pissy about it, so
Yeah.
that they didn't win their shit the right way, or they didn't get the thing the right way.
Their opportunity.
Yeah, dude, fucked up, man.
Yeah.
fucking
Imagine if
crazy.
Cortana was real. They can use Cortana for the military and Siri for the people. I mean, that would make more sense.
I mean,
Well, it would not. It would have to be Apple, right? Apple has like what better shit than what Microsoft, or is it like?
that's debatable.
Yeah.
I ain't played an Apple fucking Xbox. I can tell you that much. As far as I'm concerned, Apple can have phones and fucking tablets. When it comes to gaming, it's all Microsoft
what?
all day.
If Xbox could like let me fucking play games offline, that'd be so fucking great. All right, until then I'll stick with PS4.
I play Xbox games offline.
Fuck no, I can't even download my shit because I don't have any internet right now. But I can't even go into like the main profile to play games right now.
Oh, I see.
On
what you're
Xbox?
saying. Yeah, some games won't let
Yeah.
you play
Oh, unless you're signed
unless
in.
you're signed in.
Oh, I don't have that issue.
Well, you
I don't
have-
remember ever having that issue. Unless it's like an online multiplayer game, then it won't let you. But if you're playing like,
We're playing Dauntless, but that's online.
yeah.
What is it?
Dauntless, it's like Monster Hunter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not bad. Shit, dude. I was playing PS4, man. I'm addicted to Red Dead Redemption right now.
The second
That's
one,
another game I have on an Xbox that I just haven't fucked with at all.
That's a good game.
About the
Hey,
corn.
speaking of fucking time travel, right? There's this fucking part in the game where, I guess this guy asks you to do a mission where you're like taking pictures of these weird ass rock formations, rock drawings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, one's of like a zeppelin, one's of the twin towers crashing. And
Oh,
then
no
go
shit.
back to the cabin. It's the guy's mom, and he has like a birthmark right here. And you can see the baby has the same birthmark. I was like, oh fuck, that's crazy.
What the fuck?
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm gonna have to fucks with that too.
We're cutting deep into the time travel
This shit is
conversation
for
right now.
reals right here.
Damn, Drew.
Dude, I've been looking at YouTube since y'all guys were testing out this shit. I was like, I'm gonna do my homework right now.
I didn't do any homework at all.
Yeah,
I just
well, I mean-
listened to him rant when he found out about it, and that's all
I went
did.
on for days with that shit,
The
dude.
one thing I did hear a long time ago, my cousin watched a video like that. It was very similar, and he talked about those interdimensional beings before. And that's just it was just more detailed about them than anything else. And the reason they came here is to study our existence because we're conscious of our beginning and our end. Like, we know we are born and we know that we're going to die. And they actually envy that about us. Like, that's pretty wild. Like,
No, that's bad shit.
that's a
Yeah.
wild thing to say because, like, that's pretty accurate on something to be envious about if you don't have it. Like, we take our consciousness and our existence for granted.
I don't.
Compared to them.
I know I'm gonna die.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm gonna die one day, and for them that they want to know what that's like. That makes them appreciate life more.
Shit.
I mean,
Imagine if we didn't know, we probably wouldn't be funny or comics at all because we have no idea about death. So like nothing is funny. We just
I was
kind
say
of
artificial intelligence would take away the whole concept of death, and at the same time, life would lose. Its
only
Yeah.
if like you became AI, like A or something like that. If artificial
would you
intelligence
want
is used strictly for the hard decisions when it came to life and death or like mass hysteria or whatever, then I could see it being.
I think it calculates the algorithms for the best routes.
That's what I'm saying. If
'Cause
that
this-
was the case, like then AI, I'm straight with that.
Because this right here is wicked, and we weren't prepared for it, and we couldn't figure out how to be prepared for it. So they're like, let's just look at the computers.
Yeah,
That's pretty much what it is.
yeah.
Let's say a moral GPS.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's basically what
Yeah.
they're saying that AI will be in the
Like
future.
Siri,
Next year.
Tom Brady's leaving the Patriots. What shall we do? Like, that's important.
Kill him.
Kill-
Don't-
Both of y'all said that.
Don't pick him up on next year's fantasy team. He has no one to throw to.
Both of y'all, kill him. He has no more reason to live.
Fuck it.
You just hear Siri's voice. If I can't have him, nobody can.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking crazy, man. I also heard like this one video or whatever, right? The aliens came back or came to the Earth or whatever when this guy was kind of interrogating him. And it turns out that this guy was from the future, and that the reason why he looked like a fucking alien is because of pollution fucked everybody up and altered everybody to look like little skinny, limbless motherfuckers, you know?
No, I can see that. I can see mutation over centuries of being just polluted, especially if like a nuclear war breaks out and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Which I'm glad. Like I'm guessing that's why countries haven't really went to war with each other as far as like fighting because they don't want that shit to happen to Earth, you know?
Oh, they also all did say that there is no nuclear war. Like, it never happens.
Yeah, they actually one or two guys say that in the future it all becomes one religion, it all becomes one language, and everybody works together as one huge nation because of the artificial intelligence.
Oh wow! So basically, AI told everybody, "Hey,
Yeah, like after the aliens
this is
come,
what religion really is."
after the aliens come and shit, like everyone realizes like
There
I
is no
guess
God.
a different type of religion.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean that would be it, right?
Oh, wow. There really is
I mean,
a
if
God.
interdimensional beings come around, you can't be like, well,
Maybe it is God.
God put them here too. Like, no, motherfucker.
They're put here to test my faith.
Scientology.
Aliens is like the defining moment where like you religion literally plays no more role whatsoever.
Right.
Because the Bible is based around human beings. This is what God did.
L. Ron Hubbard, like you said, the Scientologist, they kind of put the two and two together on that.
Yeah, but I mean,
They're nuts.
that dude
They're fucking
used to
crazy.
write science fiction.
Yeah.
He's a cult. He's a cult. That's a cult.
That's a cult.
Well, yeah. So
They
is
kidnap
being a
motherfuckers.
fucking Mormon.
Yeah.
Come on, let's be real here.
Yeah.
For real.
It's true.
For real.
Dum 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 dum
So
dum.
all these fucking time travelers, they say how everything ends. They say how do we advance? Are we doing?
No, they don't. They don't release any of that.
Oh, it's bullshit.
These are defining moments in history for America or for the world. These are defining moments.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that's all I could say. They even mentioned 2020. Something crazy happened.
Something
Right
happens.
now, this is the craziness right now.
Something
has to be.
happens that causes us to look at the world in another way. And I had this conversation with my brother. I'm like, dude, like, where is things gonna go from here? Like, is this gonna unify us as a thing? Like, my brother's like, dude, think about how crazy it is. Like, people, social distancing might become like a way of life after all this. Like, you know, you won't introduce yourself and shake anybody's hand anymore. You won't do a little side hug and clap and shit thing anymore. Like,
Yeah.
that shit could all be gone. Like, subtle things like that could all be gone. They even start one of those guys say something about a universal currency. And you don't actually use money anymore. It's like it's a system based off of whatever that chip is in your arm and shit like that. So that could be something that leads to the whole like social distancing. You don't fucking touch. You don't like Maybe that's what makes us live longer is the less actual human contact with each other, except for there's just all kinds of like crazy ass ways to look at this.
No,
Like,
hey, that'll be a
it just
if the Fiction Man got it right, and we won't have sex anymore. It'll just be all by mental shit.
that's some fucking
Well, then I'm ahead of the game.
Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Think about it though, like how crazy would that fucking be? If like you can't prove these motherfuckers wrong, it hasn't happened yet. So like,
I don't know. I'm already mind fucking people as it is. So
like I can't.
I think I'll be okay when it comes to that. And two,
Imagine 8 years from now,
8 years,
extraterrestrial, interdimensional beings comes and visits us,
and they notice all of us just spaced out.
and while everyone else is tripping out, I'm going. I seen that dude's YouTube. I ain't even stressing, bro. I know what's about to happen. Yeah, everyone else is tripping. I'm just like, dude.
There's like maybe 3,400 people that are aware of y'all
Yeah,
already.
like, there's like 12 million views on this thing. There's only like 400 people that believe them. I was one of them. It's like I wasn't ruling it out.
Pretty much.
I kept it back here.
You're on the side going, "Oh, that's bullshit," but at the same time, you're like, "Oh, shit's real. I'm gonna jump sides."
That's when I lean over to you, Vic, and I go, "Aren't you glad I watched that video?" I knew this shit was coming.
Don't forget the 50 people that will end up listening to this podcast.
Yes. Like, Chris might be on to something. Just go along with it.
Bro, hey, so I also heard this other theory, right? That the only reason time travel basically travels came back to the future, released the virus, so people can stay inside, so Earth can recover from the bullshit we fucking put it through.
There's signs of that right now.
Yeah.
They're talking about all the canals coming back to life in Italy and all that.
Yeah. I mean, we all knew that was going to have the pollution level above
pollution
China.
level,
fucking, like,
yeah.
drastic. I mean, we could all see that. We all knew that would happen, though.
Yeah.
We all knew that if we stayed at home and stopped making such a huge impact on the environment, that things would like start to change. We didn't know it would change that drastically
and
quick.
Yeah.
Like it's insane how quick the Earth will like attempt to reset itself.
Yeah.
While we
My
can.
bad. I'm kind of like switching in between.
No, you're fine, man.
Yeah.
It's quarantine rigged.
Yeah. It's
just working with it.
Like, no matter how fast the Earth can reset, we can just fuck it up twice as fast, though. Like,
Yeah.
everyone's gonna come out of quarantine and just be like, "Oh,
It also
fucking
makes
A,
you
man."
realize how badly we do damage. Like,
Yeah, if anything comes out of this, I hope that's something that comes out of this. The fact that we all realize the major impact that we're making on Earth that's causing us to live a shittier way than we probably should be living. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
for real, dude.
hopefully everyone starts realizing, like, oh man, maybe we should start recycling. Maybe we should stop pissing everywhere in like rivers and lakes and shit. Like, let's just maybe that shit will come through in some way, shape, or form.
I'm about to say, it
after
blows
all
my
this.
mind that people are still like, "Oh, global warming ain't real. Oh, this ain't real. Oh, we don't have a carbon input. We've been here thousands of years." I was like, "How can you say that, man? It's getting hotter and hotter by the year."
And the winters are getting colder and colder too. Like that's still
Yeah.
that's a sign of it too. It gets fucking really. Actually, last winter was shitty, but like it normally gets really cold.
There's plenty of evidence to say that we make an impact. This 30-day fucking quarantine already proved that.
Yeah.
Like, clearly now should be a moment where everyone starts to realize, like I said, everyone needs to start realizing the impact that we make.
So after like
Al Gore was fucking right, dude. Just Al Gore was fucking right. Just deal with it. Let's just be better people. Stop being shitty. Carpool and shit or whatever.
I figured he would have been the one to invent time travel.
I mean, he was like from the future with all the shit he was talking.
That's
Like,
true.
dude was like 10 years ahead of his fucking time, talking about how everything was going to get real shitty.
you could have talked to the fucking Simpsons creator and just said, "Hey, this is what's gonna happen, bro. You gotta talk about it now."
Maybe they have one of them time travelers or writer.
I see that, the Simpsons thing about like, when you do fucking 9,000 episodes of a TV show, you're bound to hit on, like, a few things that are going to fucking connect in some time or shape or form. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. But you gotta admit, though, the Osaka flu in The Simpsons and the fucking coronavirus was spot on like crazy.
yeah.
That was.
It was very.
There's a
spot
few
on.
things that are spot on. I mean, they got Donald Trump right.
Right.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of shit right, actually. But, I mean, like I said, you do that many fucking episodes, like, you're going to get it.
They got Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, they got Kobe Bryant dead, actually.
Damn.
Yeah. They fucking predicted everything, dude. That's what I'm saying. Oh, this time traveler shit may be fucking real.
That's like where the one dude that time traveling is, right?
Yeah.
So all we got to do is just stay tuned, and then we'll know what happens in the future. And so just
Whoa, they're canceling their show.
oh, that means we're all fucked, dude. How come the time travelers didn't tell us about that shit?
My mind is just blown right now.
They're like, we've been
Simpsons
giving
about
you
to be done.
Simpsons like, we've been giving you guys clues for like 30 fucking years and no one listens. We're done. We're fucking done with you guys.
But you guys are funny.
Yeah. We tried to make it as funny as possible, but you guys still weren't fucking listening.
We put aliens in there every fucking year.
Matt Groening's just like, dude, I'm going back to the present.
Well, look at Futurama too, because some of their stories are pretty spot on too.
Matt Groening.
Yeah, Matt Groening.
He is the real true time traveler.
Or he has access to one. He's just got one chained up. It's 2020. Yeah. What happens next?
But don't get it right on. Give us 4 years.
Yeah. Some Nostradamus shit.
All I know is I'm paying a shit ton of attention to anything that's happened to The Simpsons recently. I'm glad I have Hulu Plus because I'm binge watching every fucking episode, so that way I can piece it all together, bro.
What you got?
Shit, dude.
What are you about to say?
I don't know. I do the same shit. I'm binge watching the shit out of that ever since the Osaka flu episode. I've been watching that shit since season 1.
Trying to catch everything.
Every meme of them getting it right over the years.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody put it together on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. But dude,
Ooh.
it's just been accurate, man. Also, so do you think because I heard there's this one guy in fucking Poland or Germany or some shit who apparently had a time travel portal in his fucking cabinet. And he said some weird old guy kind of sprung up.
I saw that video.
Yeah,
and
from the future.
Yes. 40 years in the future.
You think that time travel portals are
No, I think that was fucking a little bit much. There was also another dude. There was also another dude that said that he was a time traveler and shit like that. But then someone found his YouTube page and he sings karaoke. Legit.
What, time travelers can have fun too, or what?
I mean, if you're a time traveler, that's a pretty shitty way to spend your free time.
Maybe they don't have karaoke in 2048.
I doubt that.
By
Could you?
2048 happens, man. The singer is sitting standing next to him holographically, dancing with them.
Could you imagine that though? Man, I can't wait to say. You're in the future. Man, I can't wait to save up to go back in time. They're like, oh, what are you gonna go see? Gettysburg Address? Are you gonna go see this? Or you're gonna see the inaugural? I'm gonna go sing karaoke.
You're not allowed to go to 2020 though.
Yeah.
You'll have to get quarantined.
Yeah.
You'll have to stay there, actually.
Everybody right now is going to be a YouTube sensation.
Yeah.
Everybody has time right now. Dude, YouTube's going to crash. Everyone's going to be uploading their shitty bathroom singing videos.
God.
Or...
No, they're called TikToks, actually.
Oh, that's right. Thank God for TikTok.
Oh, yeah, it's taking the heat off of YouTube.
Yeah.
TikTok is just like YouTube for people who didn't want to edit.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Dude, TikTok is for people who like lip syncing. That's
TikTok's suing the fuck out of us.
Yeah, it's all right, man.
Man, you guys bash the shit out of us.
They can try. We got no money anymore.
I don't even care.
Was it after the monkey flu?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that when y'all started losing money? I feel so bad.
God.
We never really started making money.
As a matter of fact, at the beginning of all this, we got monetized.
Yeah.
At the very beginning of all this. They're like, it all depends on how many people use your promo code. Ooh, I can't say that.
Not yet.
We have to delete this part.
Trust me, everyone stopped listening a while ago.
That's true. If you made it this far, fuck.
Yeah.
Good
Kudos.
job. What are we at, Drew? You have the time on your phone. Was it an hour and a half?
Bro, I've been having fun, dude. Shit, this is cool. Hold on, let me see. Fuck. Oh, it's 101.
Look at that.
No, I know what time it is.
Oh, yeah, but no, I was seeing how long it's been.
Oh, I can't see it on here.
No.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, we're going to wrap it up anyway. Drew, it was a pleasure having you on.
You don't have to go right away, but we are gonna stop.
We are gonna say our goodbyes.
Yeah.
How long have we been on?
I don't know
It's been over an hour.
for sure.
Yeah.
But no, we'll get you on another one. We'll get you on another one shortly.
When social distancing isn't the norm, you'll definitely be here.
Yeah, but as long look,
An hour and
a
23
half.
minutes. There you go. That was just
So as long as we are quarantined though, you're welcome to be that video guest we have right now.
You're like MODOK.
Yeah.
I will get you, Avengers. No.
All right, Drew. Say goodbye to everybody.
Oh, later, y'all. Thank you for tuning into the digital cast. I don't know what I'm doing here.
It's all right. I mean,
It works. It works.
you've worked your hands before. You'll figure it out.
Don't shame me for that, all right?
Yeah, you know.
Social distancing and all.
Yeah, it's true.
Everyone's gonna forget how to do peace signs,
Everyone's gonna forget how to fuck. Like, there's not gonna be any more one night stands.
but everyone's gonna know how to masturbate.
That's true. They're gonna invite each other to masturbate together.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
was saying, I've been waiting for social distancing since I was 15.
What is that? What is that chat thing where like everyone just jerks off?
Oh,
Everyone's-
like chat roulette?
yeah, that's just gonna be blowing up.
Probably.
It's
is.
probably not gonna be like a bunch of dudes jacking off though. There's actually probably gonna be people on there like, all right, like there's nothing else to do.
disappointed that they don't find people jacking off.
Yeah,
at this
they're gonna
point.
be like,
They're
dude,
whoa, we were kind of looking for that.
whoa, everyone has time to jack off now.
There's going to be a bunch of hand sanitizer fetish videos.
For real. It's just gonna be someone squirting a big humpy lurp of fucking. And then like they're just gonna show a tit, and then like.
I walked into the living room earlier and I was like, do I really need to be the first person to announce that there is coronavirus porn?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like they wasted no time.
Yeah, dude, it was
Are they dressed as little viruses infecting chicks?
no, that's
Or are they
sounds
sick
hot
in
as
the
fuck, but
hospital
no.
because of corona, and then they're just like, I have the medicine.
It was step family porn because they were locked in the house together. And like towards the end of the video, because I got that far, because I wasn't even beaten off after a while. I was
so
just kind of like, what? I wanted to see it through.
Victor's like, man, the storyline's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I love a good story in porn.
I'm putting my dick away.
They're like at the end, they're like, she's giving head, but it's through the mask. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm watching this. Forward me that.
Yeah.
yeah. I'll send you
Forward me
guys
that.
the link. I'm just
Please. Please. I'm going to share the link on this YouTube channel.
Use the promo code the After Morning Pill Podcast.
There you go.
On Pornhub.
The after morning pill?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yep.
It's not ours, but it's someone else's for
Yep.
sure.
Yep, definitely check that shit out, guys.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That was the
Yeah.
right one because
Did
I
you-
used that same code.
Can we use you to plug all of our shit?
Yeah.
All right. Say bye, Drew.
As Modoc. Man.
Later. Thanks,
All
man.
right, peace.
You can.
I'll call him back.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay,
Stop the recording.
yeah, because we want to do an outro and shit.
Yeah, if you want.